Alright, so welcome back to In the Kitchen, aka this is our little bit of a recipe for you for the vlog aspect. And today we're making vegetable gravy. Now you're probably gonna be like, why are we gonna make vegetable gravy? Well, vegetable gravy is actually something that's very, very quick to make. It's kind of the basics of any kind of thing that you want to do roux-wise. Roux is spelled R-O-U-X, roux. And Canada, they have a very famous dish called poutine, which is going to be a chicken gravy that you just essentially put on fries. It's very, very good. In New Orleans, you can get this as well. I don't know if they call it the same thing, but voila. You do need butter. You can also use oil. Want to use a different butter, to which I have two different butters for yourself. So the first is, I don't know if you've ever heard of this, especially in the States, you probably have not, but let's see if we can get this. Boom. So le beurre Mortier. This is only at fromageries, so cheese shops, or it could be at a boulangerie as well. But what this is going to be a artisanal butter. And I bought two different ones. The first one is actually algae butter. Very cool, huh? It's so weird, by the way. Look at that. You see that? All that is algae in there. And so you can incorporate a lot of different things into butter before you actually use it. The next butter that I bought is the yuzu butter. And so what would I be using the yuzu butter for? So freaking weird. It doesn't have like a lot of the zest in it, but I would definitely use this for pancakes if I had to think about it. Even though you might have a product and you don't know what to do with it, I think that's the biggest thing, because a recipe, as I learned in Italy, is not existent. I don't know why you follow a recipe. It's all about concepts. So you need to understand what you can actually do with it, and then you can go from there. So for the algae butter, definitely incorporate it into a fish dish. You could do risotto, by the way. That'd actually be really, really good. Algae risotto. Ooh, algae risotto with a little bit of roasted red bell peppers. Anyway, there you go. Something happened. Procedure-wise for your gravy. If you don't have beef stock on hand, chicken stock, so on and so forth, buy the little cubes. It doesn't have to be with beef stock, and make it the French way. No offense to the French, by the way. So, what do you need for this gravy? Like any gravy, you need an onion. So let's get into our onion chopping. I'm going to show you how to chop a cool little onion. Always go on the forefront of it. You can peel down from there. So if you just held it, a little side bowl here, put all your extra stuff in there. You can save that, put it in a Ziploc bag, and then put it in the freezer, and then make stock out of it. I'm gonna cut off the other end, do the same thing. Whoop. Really easy. You're gonna go straight down the middle, wherever we cut the slice off. And voila. Now if you don't wanna cry, you gotta slice things very quickly. You gotta have a sharp knife. Or, third thing is, that I learned in Italy, is that you need to take out the bitter part. I don't know if you knew, but there's a bitter part in onions. Take your knife, boop, hold it, tip it. Now all you're going to do is take out this part right here, and that is the most bitterest part in the onion. Kind of wild, huh? If you take that out, it decreases your chances of crying by about 33%. So I'd take those. I'd take that percentage. Then you're just going to chop. I went to Italy, I trained there, I like the Italian method. Italian method, you don't do any slicing of the horizontal then vertical. Boop, 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 boop. So pretty easy. Then you're just going to slice normal with the chop. So going in at an angle, going in at a slight more angle, going straight down at a 90-degree angle, back at the 45, maybe a 60-degree angle. And then just slice the same. Oopsies. Voila. Now for this recipe, we only need half an onion. So always use your whisk. Go over medium heat. Don't ever do it on medium-high heat. And yeah, let's get started. So if my machine is a little bit loud, I apologize, because it came all the way from California. Sounds like it's going to blow up. We're going to add our olive oil. loud, huh? All right, so we browned a little bit, so we have all the flavor. Now we're gonna be adding in our butter. Very easy. It's only on 2, by the way. All right, so our butter's melting pretty fast. Gonna go in with our flour. And from here, all we're gonna do is stir. Now it should be about a slurry consistency, by the way. So from here, we're just gonna let it cook. It's on about medium-low finally. Number 3 is medium, apparently. And from here, I'm gonna go ahead and add in my bouillon because I want it to infuse into the flavor as the roast cooking. So it's gonna actually roast this. If you did it at the end, it's gonna have a more cleaner flavor, but I like a little bit more of a rustic feel to it. So go in. So now I'm starting to smell a little bit of the spice that's coming from the vegetable bouillon. And again, it's going to incorporate into the cooking of the flour, which is going to be very, very good for yourself. All right, so I'm happy with this color of where we're at. And so what I'm going to do now is turn off the heat and then add the liquid. The reason for this is that if I do it while it's hot, it's going to have the potential to clump up. You don't want to go from extreme to extreme. So, all right, turn the heat off. Got my big jug of water. And now we're just going to add this to it. And so we're going to add a little bit at a time. I'm going to stir. You see it changing already. It got really thick, really fast. Add a little bit at a time and just incorporate it till, so now you're going to get a slurry like this. And add more. You see it getting really thick here. Now we're going to finish, not quite yet. We're going to add the rest of the water. Now we're going to finish with the water here. Add a pinch of salt. I got my little pincher here. And I'm adding a little bit of oregano as well. Then I'm a fresh ground pepper guy. Now we're going to turn the heat back on and we need to bring it to a boil. Clean as you go. Because I'm working in restaurants. I got something in my eye. Issue. As you can see, our gravy is getting really thick now. And it hasn't even bubbled yet. And there goes the bubbles. Great. Alright, we're good. Cool little trick. So what we talked about in the newsletter a couple of newsletters ago is that there's this little trick that the French people do for the sauce. It's called the back of the spoon technique. And so you get a sauce like this, and you see sauce is all over it. You're supposed to be able to wipe up. Oh God, that's spilled. All right, let's go again. See it? It doesn't run. That's how you know you have a good sauce, by the way. So, what do we do with this stuff? And let me show you what we're gonna do with this stuff. All right, so didn't want to disappoint you, so I wanted to show you a few options of what you can do with this gravy, vegetarian gravy. So I call this the wheel of gravy. First up, we have mashed potatoes, always a great choice. Second up, we have pommes frites, aka French fries. Second best choice or first best choice, depending on what you have. Of course, you can spice up some rice with a little bit of gravy. And finishing off, if you don't like vegetables, guess what? Put some gravy on it. It'll taste really, really good, especially for the kiddies. Mashed potatoes, why not start with you? So we got our hot gravy. If you're ever reheating gravy as well, just add a little bit of water to it while you're reheating it. And so for gravy, I like to go right in the center and then let it droop over just like that. As we turn the gravy wheel, we'll go for the poutine. And drizzle right over the top, just like so. Looks beautiful. For the rice, just go straight in the center. If you want to make a little level, call it a couche in French, just cover up the rice and somebody will be like, oh, is that just gravy? Be like, no, there's rice under it. You can do a really good pork dish with that as well. And then also, and lastly, for the vegetables, aka le legume, looks really good. You can add a lot of different things to a gravy as well. So don't ever think that just with the vegetarian gravy you can add red wine to it and it'll tint it just a little bit if you want to go for that flavor base. You can do a carrot gravy, for instance, broccoli gravy, cauliflower gravy, I'm getting into the Tom Hanks movie. Oh my God, I just forgot it. Oh no. Forrest Gump, where you can literally make anything out of gravy. So from myself and Paris, hope you enjoyed Gravy Train, and I'm going to get to eating, and actually I got some hungry folks in the next room, so this is going to be their little gravy wheel for their little afternoon snack. So, alright, make sure to hit the subscribe button, like this video, and we got more coming for you soon, and I'll be into. Ciao.